Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. The Alienist, Season 1, Episode 1. This is a pilot. It is called The Boy on the Bridge. This is a 10-episode limited series on TNT, and I like it. First things first, I need you guys to make sure you hit subscribe. I need 383 more subscribers so I can hit 1,000. What I enjoy about the show, so many things. For it to be a pilot, I think it's off the chain. It's beautiful. Cinematography is on point. The wardrobe is on point. The accent, the uniforms for the police. One of the first phases of uniforms. The horses, the Meyer piano ad in the background, the decanter of whiskey or whatever dark beverage that was. I loved it. Like, I really liked that. They're talking about syphilis, the wardrobe, the wow, the hats. They almost put you in that Boardwalk Empire type vibe of what's behind it. The eyeglasses, the keys you can see, the echo from the hardwood floors. Everything in this show is dang on good in its quality, and you gotta love it. Start this episode off with a quote, and they are telling us what the title means, because I didn't know, you didn't know. Until you read that beginning subtitle, you had no idea what the alienist meant. I know it, you know it, come on, tell the truth. The people suffering from mental illness were alienated, and the people that they spoke to or tried to help them out that studied them, they are called the alienists. This is a good psychological drama, much like The Sinner. I think if you watch The Sinner, you would definitely love this because you're figuring it out as we go. I'm here for it. That's what I like about television shows. So it's 1896 in New York, and it's crunching snow, very cold. It's dark, it's windy. It's so windy. You know how it's so cold? Sometimes it's just like it's like that whistle. Ooh, sends chills down your back. We see a dang on decapitated hand on the road, and the blood, boop, smack somebody right in the forehead, which is gross, disgusting, things you do not ever want to come across. It's happening now in this show, Monday nights on TNT. Remember, there's no radio communication at this time. No radio communication, so you had to come up with different ways of getting the message throughout the area to other officers for help or for people, and they took their nightsticks and they smacked it on the street poles. Creative. I love it. I love what they're saying. Problem is, there's a dead body. We don't know who did it. Who done it? Who did it? What do we know? Straight out the gate, what do we know about this boy who's dead? He's wearing a dress. He's young. He's got a chopped hand. His chest is split open. His neck is cut. They removed his eyeballs. His genitals have been, basically, long story short, there's a boy dressed as a girl dead on the bridge with his body mutilated. So we've been in homes, we've been in a brothel, we've been in a hospital, Bellevue Hospital, which is like Arkham. It's Batman's Arkham, but this is Bellevue's hospital, and they got jail cells, people with extreme syphilis problems there. It's extreme physical, self-inflicted abuse from those needing treatment and from those who work there. So yeah, I really like the cast. First off, we have John Moore. John Moore is the guy who can draw. He's the illustrator. He's got a weird fetish, though, because he's at this brothel and he's got this thing to where he wants her to be married, and they got this, what's up with that? Tay Roosevelt, wow, he's the commissioner, he's the new guy, and he's replacing someone who I feel is very corrupt, very shady, and very hateful. Beautiful eyes, though, yes. Some people are not supportive of his techniques, but it is what it is, and we know, is it true? Is this half-truths? What's going on with the story? Fiction, non-fiction, We have Doc Chrysler, and with him, he is our man. He's the alienist, and he specifically said, I alleviate, I do not cure. This show, off the chain. So what do we know about this killer? What do we know about the suspect? He's tall, he's slender, he's agile. He covers himself, he covers his track. He cooked something. He cooked something up. I don't know if it was tongue or eyeballs. He sauteed up a body part. I can tell you that much. It's got a cat. Now here's the thing. There's two. There has to be two. Or is he chasing himself? Is he seeing himself? I don't know, but I feel like Chrysler is also doing foul things. He's basically saying, I have to be the wolf. I have to be the wolf and eat the lambs to find the sheep, con the sheep to destroy it. I don't know. It's a mess. Now the captain is dirty. We know he doesn't like Roosevelt. He's taking side deals. peeing in buckets in the office. He's a mess. Now, Sarah's a trailblazer, the first woman to work for NYPD. She's showing she's not afraid to get herself dirty, get her hands dirty, get out there and get in the midst of what's going on, because she could have easily stepped outside of the office and gotten it carried. She was walking, lift her skirt, her dress up, and she got her boots dirty. That showed a lot about Sarah. She's smoking a cigarette. She wants to be helpful, and she's not afraid to do outside of what the gender role is, especially for that time. Remember, she did pop up at that brothel, and she's aware that he's getting it in with these pros. But at the same time, you know, her and John have some sort of history, and they'll probably link up. The bridge was under construction. One of my favorite shots would have to be when the camera went upward. The camera went upward, and we got to see those tight leather gloves on the doorknob. And then we go into this empty space, and he's saying that the guy went up. I don't know if the guy really was there. I don't know. It's one of those things to where we won't know probably to the last 2 episodes what's going on. Walking through the roof in the attic area was interesting. This chase, this guy, the suspect. The episode was good. It was a pilot. I want to know what you guys think. Are you guys going to watch it, support it? Do you feel like, it's too much like Alias Grace? Oh, it's too much like all these other shows out here. Mindhunter. 2 shows that I actually reviewed. Very good reviews. Also, and my Alias Grace reviews I feel like that was one of my most thorough. I enjoyed Alias Grace. I think one of the coolest shots were the boots. The boots on the side of the business saying, hey, this is where they do nasty deeds. Reminded me of when they throw shoes on a power line and say, hey, this is a drug dealer's house. And you know what the heck that means. Like what's going on in 2017, 2018 as far as these police dramas and them showing the investigative side to things. I like that. I appreciate that. Maybe the people who may not like this show, maybe they feel like, oh, we've seen it before. But guess what? You have cops. You have a million shows out there about the police, and y'all still support it, right? You still watch it. It's one of those things that will forever be. It's like a laundromat. If you want to go into business, you get a laundromat. Why? People will always have dirty clothes. It's recession proof. And this is one of those shows that's kind of like saying it's recession proof. No matter what, you can always do something like this. I like Let me know what you think. Drop a comment below. Until the next time. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe. Straight up. Peace.